Righty boys, we're back with Would You Rathers for 2023. We've got a couple of good ones here. Would like to know what you think for some of these, some dicey ones I must say. We'll start us off with a nice easy one I feel. Would you rather live in Sydney or Melbourne?
This is an easy one for me. I'm choosing Sydney every day of the week.
That should be an easy one for all three of us, I feel.
Is it though?
I don't think that's maybe the most common opinion.
Sydney closed at 12 famously.
Famously, I must say.
Isn't that a factor to weigh into the decision making?
Still call it home though.
That is true. Home is where the heart is.
What does Melbourne have?
Australian Open right now, dare I suggest.
Do they have beaches?
They've got the F1. They've got good coffee, better coffee. They've got culture.
Culture is the big one.
The harbour, but do they have a bridge?
They got the dock.
Do they got an opera house?
No, but what they do have is a structured infrastructure system in grids and blocks, which means that you can find your way around.
That any
much
man
easier
or
than-
woman or whatever in this world can follow in a very simple pattern.
A grid-like city is beautiful.
But the weather.
Sydney's weather, honestly, is like, I'm not gonna lie, like Sydney's weather has gotten trash. Like you said the other day, you were wearing a puffer jacket in January.
That is
in
true.
the middle of summer.
Yeah, but that's fine. But that's fine in terms of it'll be like that for a couple of days. In Melbourne, in one day, you'll get sunny, cloudy, rainy, windy, hot, cold in one day.
I don't have a problem with that.
So when you leave the house, you got to just have a fucking
Gotta be prepared for everything.
big boy like Kathmandu bag with an umbrella, fucking jacket, boardies. I don't know.
Because the rain will pass. You just wait it out.
Just ride it out.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need to bring the whole shebang. Sydney, it's like you want to do stuff, and it's like in summer you're expecting it to be hot. Nah, not today. Not
Dare I
this,
suggest
not this
that's
year.
global warming,
Not for the last 4 years.
climate change.
I don't believe in any of that. So
Nah, I do love Sydney, but everything is here.
Yeah, I'm going to say Sydney.
Sydney.
would you rather be on a packed platform in Town Hall on a summer day or stuck in peak hour traffic on the M2?
Oh, this is hard.
That first one, I have lived to recently, and my God, it was horrific. Town Hall Station is one of the main stations in the city, but there's just no air. How is there no air?
Bit of context, it's all underground. So it's like at least 20, 30 meters under the city itself.
And it is disgustingly busy because it's in like the middle of most business.
I think it's
places.
the second most busiest station in Sydney. So
It's so humid. It's so hot.
after work,
Even when
everyone's
there's
like,
no one there. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still hot.
exactly.
Like it is really bad. And if there's like a massive people there, like every single person you add, it's like an increase of a degree, probably.
everyone's like hot, sweaty,
and I,
sticky.
and I can imagine, after work, you want to get home. So you've briskly walked to the
Yeah,
station.
exactly.
It's not a cool walk. You're perspiring a bit. So is everyone else. So the heat is just increasing. Can't fucking breathe, man.
It's actually terrible. It actually is. But on the other hand, peak traffic on the M2.
I
You're
think
sitting there and it is just chock-a-block. Like you're moving.
You're going nowhere.
Like you're moving like a meter every 5 minutes.
And I think the worst part about that is the M2 costs like $10 these days.
Exactly, yeah.
So
So
you-
you're paying a toll.
yeah.
You pay tolls on the motorway to get somewhere quicker. And lo and behold, traffic. How?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I hate traffic.
I think it's my biggest pet peeve,
Like,
sitting in
sorry,
traffic.
I know this is not a controversial opinion, but like I actually despise.
Yeah.
Like, if I see the road ahead of me and I see cars, I don't even know why traffic exists. Like, how does traffic happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, just drive. Like, can someone explain to me, right?
Who has stopped and just go?
Right on a motorway, the speed limit is 110. There are no lights, so how is there traffic?
Do you want the actual answer to that or?
No, I just want to. I want to. Yeah, fine. You want to tell me the actual answer?
Obviously, just accidents. Just someone's just, which is again dumb. How are you getting into an accident?
Okay.
You're all going in the same direction at the same speed.
So let's say there is an accident, right? The police, whatever, they cordon off. There's a bit of traffic.
They'll close a
there,
lane.
right? Okay, so what they close a lane? Everyone's on one lane. Just go 110. Just send it down the highway, right? Like, where's
Every single
the problem?
civil engineer or anyone to do with roads.
Anyone
is
with a bit
fuming.
of logic.
No, okay, I understand why traffic happens, but I just can't fathom. Like sometimes it's not an accident. It's just cars at different speeds. Like if you
Because
go
there's not the
slow-
same amount of lanes the whole way. Sometimes you got
does,
to
yeah.
narrow in. Sometimes you expand. People got to exit, and when they exit, that's where the traffic is because there's lights.
Bit of road work.
whatever. All right.
Or maybe they're just out to inconvenience you. I don't know.
I'm just saying, all right, when people drive in traffic, like there's a good way, there's a smart way to go about it, and there's a dumb way to go about it, right?
My caveat here is, and it'll lead me to my answer, stuck in peak hour traffic on the M2, you're still in your car.
Yep.
You're still in an air-conditioned car.
I have my personal space.
You have your personal space. You're a bit late. Town Hall, pack station. I feel like I can't breathe. I'll be honest with you. It is fucking disgusting. I try and take the fucking. It's so crowded. Me taking my bag off is a fucking effort because everyone's around me, and then I have to fucking take my jacket off.
You got to fight to get into the train.
It's like once I'm on the train, I'm fucking sweaty and touching everyone, and it's disgusting. So I will pick the peak hour traffic.
Is that what you're going with?
I would probably also choose the peak hour traffic.
So I think I'm choosing Town Hall simply because, like, yes, you're uncomfortable. Yes, I understand you are in one of the most uncomfortable situations known to humankind, right? But it lasts like maybe 10 minutes. Like the
Not
train,
these days when there's train strikes every bloody.
Dude, exactly. What if your
second
train gets
week?
cancelled?
Mate,
You're
the
standing on that platform for another 20 minutes.
the train comes pretty frequently.
I
On that
will.
platform.
It took me about fucking an hour one time to get out of the city because, well, I went the wrong way. But that's beside. As in, I went from Town Hall to Central, which is one station,
Yeah.
and then for me to get from Central to at least North Sydney, it was already an hour. And a lot of that, I was waiting on Town Hall's fucking platform.
I'm just
That
saying,
was a traumatic experience.
on the M2, it takes us like maybe 40 minutes on the M2 to go to the city, something like that, right? With traffic, it takes like 2 hours. And yes, you are comfortable, right? But like, you're going to the city because you got places to be. And like,
Fair point.
you're getting stressed. Like, let's say, you know, like, I don't know, you're going to work or something, or you got like you're meeting
An
someone for
exam,
dinner.
dare I suggest.
Exam, exactly. You're sitting there and you're like sitting in the traffic, and it's the feeling of like knowing you need to get there, but having just powerless.
You're powerless. That
And
is
then
awesome.
and you can't text. Like, how can you text? You can't be like, oh, I'm running late because you're in a car. Well, I don't do that. Some people might do that, right? But you can't let anyone know. So people just think you're 2 hours late, and that stress gets in my
That
mind.
is true.
Like,
That is true.
That causes me a lot of heartache. Like, anyways, but that's what I'm choosing. I'll choose the Town Hall.
Alrighty, fair enough. Next one. Would you rather eat Frangos for the rest of your life or Char-Grilled Charlies for the rest of your life? This is your only meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So we live on the one side of the line, of the chicken line.
Exactly.
We live on the
Can you
Frangos.
explain the chicken line to those
So
who don't know?
in Sydney, we have three main
Chicken shops.
four actually, but one's dying. We have four main chicken shops. First one is Frangos, as we said. Second one's Char-Grilled Charlie's. Third one is El Jana. And the fourth one is Red Rooster, but that's kind of in the mud.
Dying franchise.
But Red Rooster is why this theory was first created.
So it's known that some chicken places are more renowned to be on certain sides of Sydney, and it's common. It's belief that the western side is a bit more of not the how you go inside, not the rich side.
Which we don't subscribe to.
We don't subscribe to it. But the Char-Grilled Charlie's is meant to be the
affluent.
the affluent chicken shop, and when you go on Google Maps and you point out all the Char-Grilled Charlies and all the Frangos and all the El Janas, they seem to be all sectioned off.
So the Char-Grilled Charlies in the affluent side of Sydney.
The eastern
The
side of
eastern
Sydney,
suburbs.
by the water, the harbour.
East of, let's say Strathfield or something.
Frangos, it is in the middle.
Yeah, it is actually in the middle.
It's
Middle and northwest.
northwest side of Sydney, which is where we live.
Yeah.
Right?
Then El
we have
Jana
El Jana.
is west, southwest, south.
And then one random one in Newtown.
And then Red Rooster, there's like two in Sydney. So it doesn't matter. Like they're dying. So that's the context.
What's your answer then?
I went to Char-Grilled Charlie's the other day. I don't get it. I
Thank
don't
you.
get it.
Thank you.
I don't get it. It's the same
It's-
shit.
It's bland.
At least Frango's Portuguese chicken, you know?
Exactly. It's a bit of culture.
Whereas Char-Grilled Charlie's, I feel it's as standard as like every other local chicken shop, every local like
Rotisserie,
rotisserie chicken. Could have gotten the same thing, to be honest. So I'll pick Frango's, even though famously, there's a time in uni where Seth and I would go there every week. We would get and back then it was big. It was like either a big chicken burger or like half a roast chicken and like, I don't know, half a kilo of chips or some shit on the side.
And they'd slab on the sauce as well.
Like
Sauce is good.
mayonnaise and
And
chili
this-
sauce.
back when it was cheaper and they didn't charge you for sauce. So it was a decent meal for like 12 or 13 bucks.
And every week, Seth and I would
put one away.
Oh, so you guys are living this, would you rather?
No, but famously, recently, I've been off Frangos because of the inflationary pressures that
Yeah,
they face.
it's-
It's now
that's-
like double the price, half the serving.
That same meal is now what, 17, 18 bucks.
Sauce costs like $1, $2. They skim.
Still quality, but I will say.
It's decent, but I will go Frangos with this one.
I like Frangos. I would go Frangos, but just to give a counterpoint to Char-Grilled Charlie's, right? I actually think the sides in Char-Grilled Charlie's are pretty good. Like they got more variety.
Bro, they have a pad thai. Am I going to Char-Grilled Charlie's for a pad thai?
They have weird shit like that.
It's beautiful.
I got a shake there from the other day. It wasn't shaked. It wasn't shaken.
What
It
do
was
you mean?
milk. It was like
Stirred.
I had like a fuck. There was like a blob of ice cream in the middle and like milk around it, bro. They gave me a spoon.
Yeah, shake it yourself, mate. Let's not get.
Fuck off.
Was it a Sunday that you bought?
No, it was a shake, bro. My mate also got the same thing.
I'm going to choose Franco's, but Charcoal Charlie's isn't as bad as you say, I think.
All right, a bit of a niche one now, boys. Topical as well. Would you rather sleep with Dominic Perrottet and no one finds out? Or not sleep with Dominic Perrottet, but everyone thinks you do?
I mean, this is
Bit of context. Big Dommy is the state premier of our state that we live in, New South Wales, or governor, I guess, equivalent for our US friends.
He's a fiend for the coitus. He's got about what? Like 8 kids?
He's got 8 kids.
8 kids or some shit.
Man doesn't believe in the old rubber.
But like,
So he got married and just let
He
loose.
just, yes.
So imagine him doing that to you.
there'll be a last change my mind segment about the 8 kids later. But I mean, this is just a funny one, right? We're not actually supposed to answer this. Huh? Look at what?
No,
I
answer
would
it.
like to hear.
Oh,
He's been in the news last week because he was back when on his 21st birthday, he dressed up as a Nazi. And so now he's in a bit of trouble.
You know what? What I'll answer here. I would not sleep with him, but I want everyone to think that I did because he is a Christian conservative man.
Exactly.
And I don't like him for other reasons because he's a bit of a rogue politician. So I think him having the reputation that he slept with an ethnic male from the West, I reckon that would ruin his career. And you know what? Good riddance. So that's what I want.
I mean, I can't fault that. Yeah. Is Dominic Perrottet, is he popular in the circles? What's his?
I think he's charismatic. I feel
Not with people our age, I feel.
Oh, really?
Maybe with the older demographic.
he's beefing. Was it Clubs New South Wales?
That is true. He's
But
fighting the good fight.
Yeah, we're on board with that.
Trying to get rid of the pokies.
Yeah, but I feel like
Something near and dear to your heart, right?
Your heart.
But I feel like his demographic loves the pokies. No.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So he's rubbing them the wrong way, but maybe it's just a ploy to get the young kids on board.
I'm on board now. If he's getting
Really?
rid of the pokey. Yeah, if he's getting rid of the pokies, mate, that's a scourge on Australian society.
It's not wrong. You're not wrong.
So I mean, I'll ruin his career, no doubt. But it's not all black and white, you know.
All right, next one. Would you rather have unlimited Opal travel for the rest of your life or have a house in Vaucluse?
This is the dumbest one ever. I'm taking a house in Vaucluse every day of the week.
Really?
What do you mean, really?
Think about it, all right? Let's break it down. Let's do some mathematics.
All right.
Opal travel, right? How many times are you traveling a week?
Not even that much. I'm working from home 5 days a week. So
Let's say you go in office 5 days a week.
fine.
From here in our area,
To and from, fine.
that you're paying
$7.
no $10 a
way.
day.
$10 a
yeah,
day.
So $10-15 a day times by 5.
15. Where do we get 15 from?
He said $7 each way, so that's
Yeah,
14.
Oh,
There or
fine,
thereabouts.
15, fine. Times 5 is...
60 odd bucks, 60, $70 a week.
Let's round it to 100 even if you
Yeah,
want.
100.
1,000, dare I say.
100. Let's say we work 52 weeks a year. All right, 100 times 52, 6K. Let's say 6 times your working career. That's worth
30.
a fucking garage in Vaucluse, mate. I'm taking the house every single day of the week.
Like median house. Look, I would live in a shack in Vaucluse, and
That's
that would
true.
still be worth like $7 million. So there's no.
Yeah, I think the
question
median
here.
house price there is legit like 20 million or something.
So the house is what I'm taking.
Fair
so what if
enough.
I pay a bit more?
That is a good answer from both of you. I like that. Next one. Would you rather send your kids to public or private school?
This is
Big one.
This is
This is a big one.
We famously all went to a public school.
Yes, but we went to a selective public school, which basically means
It's a grey area.
we did a test in year 5 and
Yeah,
6, right? We got some marks, and they were like, all right, we'll get all the quotations smart people and just send them to the same school, right? They can learn and build it with each other.
Our listeners would question that part.
Well, yeah, in year 6 we were smart.
Yeah.
That's also quotations.
Yeah. So then they've done that. So we went to one of these schools where they basically just send a bunch of the smart kids.
They put the good teachers.
Segregation.
It is segregation, right? But it was a public school.
Yes, but I was going to say, before people attack us, we're still scum. We're still public school.
Still public school. Private schools, you're paying what? $10,000 a year.
Well, I read actually an article saying that one school, they've upped their thing to $45,000 a year for one kid if you want to send them to that school.
This is a top tier school.
It
Or
was,
is it
I mean, if you look at
average?
the rankings, no, but it's the upper echelon of the private schools, yes. That's
So-
50 G's.
50 G's, yeah, all right. So you get private schools with the rich parents. They send their kids there. Then you got the regular public schools who, you're just average, your blue collar workers, whoever wants. You can send these kids there, get free education. Beautiful.
I didn't pay school fees, I reckon, since year 4 or year 3. So,
What was in year 4 and year 3?
as in, just my parents were like, yeah, you don't need to pay. It's voluntary. You don't have
Is
to
it
pay
voluntary?
school. Well, I'm going to my parents' it was.
I don't think it's voluntary.
They took that upon themselves.
Send his records out of high school still overdue. When he goes for a home loan, it's got, mate, you
Debt
got
collectors are coming for me.
But in saying that, private school kids will get more opportunities. Like my friends who went to private schools got to, travel the world at age like 13, 14 for, I don't know, like school camps and arts and sport and all that sort of
I
gear.
think the main draw of private school is the people that go to private
The
school.
networking is all
Exactly,
I hear.
you
The
know?
networking.
You go to private school, you're mates with CEO of Telstra's son.
Politician, son. You're rubbing shoulders with the 1%
Exactly.
in your ivory tower. You
Is
know,
it worth $45,000 a year?
some people
for
say
that
it
running?
is, right?
Could be if you get into a career like that.
Because let's say your friends, as Marna said, you're friends with the CEO's son. Let's say you become the CEO one day. So then all that money you spent was worth it.
You don't have to apply like the rest of us. You just get in by
Exactly.
who you know.
You just send a few messages, and before you know, you got a job.
But is that worth 45 G's a year?
It probably is worth $45,000 a year, but the people that go to private schools, in my view, I know this is a broad generalization, but they can be
Pieces of shit.
Absolutely.
that. They're stuck up, they're privileged,
Out of touch.
So I went on exchange, story, right? I went on exchange with a private school kid. The rest of us were public school, right? And we didn't have that much money. Like we were students, uni students living in the Netherlands, right? So we're like, we stay in hostels because that's what we can afford, right? This guy looked down upon us for staying in hostels. He looks at us, he's like, hostels, like, is that it? So he sits there, he comes with us, right? And every moment of the day he complains. He's like, we're eating 5-star meals, we're just eating like street food, takeaway food, or food court food, and he's looking at us like we're scum. And that is why I'm sending my kids to public schools, because if they're good enough, they can thrive in that environment.
Oh,
they don't need the
Extra leg up.
Yeah, exactly. You work your way out from the ground up and you make something of yourself. You don't need this rubbing of the shoulders with the elites of society.
Fair enough.
Alrighty, next one, boys. Would you rather bounce off every surface you touch or never be able to jump again?
Fucking what?
There's a real change of pace right now.
Bounce off. So I'm bouncing. Like that's my life.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm bouncing.
You're perpetually in
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you'll be spending half your life in the air is what this is.
Like when do we jump? Day to day? What
I'm not jumping that often.
requires me to jump, and can I forego it?
Like you're playing sport and you have to jump for. I mean, you're playing. If you're playing, striker, you're not getting the ball in the air. You're not
Fine.
a target man.
Fine. Basketball, I'm not going for a layup, but I don't make those anyway, so it's no.
You have to jump to shoot as well. It's not just layups.
I'll forego basketball. Rather than what?
What about
I can play basketball. I'm bouncing all the time.
That's it. That could be a.
Define bounce.
skill.
How high is a bounce? Because I'm thinking like fucking floor to roof.
No, it's not. It's not a you got to rock it up your ass. It's just a just a constant hop kind of.
It's like when you're like skipping rope type. rope.
Yeah.
All right.
I see no benefit in being able to bounce, and I see lots of like the ways. I'm not jumping. I don't think I jump that much in my life.
So a lot of your sport will be. So let's say cricket, a ball's coming at you. You can't jump at it.
All right, that's fine. I'll just let it go for 4.
I feel like cricket's one of the worst sports to use for jumping.
It's an example.
Well, we already talked about basketball and soccer, where there's a lot
Like,
more
I
jumping.
can't skip. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, I can't use my skipping rope that I bought. Like, well, what else is there?
That's true. I don't know how often I jump
You're
on a
really
daily basis.
Jumping over a fence. Are you ever on the run?
Yeah, can you run? That means you
Seems
can't run.
racially motivated.
It's not racially motivated. It's a question out to the ether. You can run. Running is not
Running's
jumping.
fine. Running's fine. You just can't propel with both feet in the air.
Trampolines. I'm never going to...
You know, your trampoline career.
Yeah, bouncing castles.
When's the last time you went to flip out though?
That's true.
Exactly.
Been a while. Yeah, this is...
Concerts in a mosh, you can't, when or in a
yeah.
club when they drop the beat, you just gotta both your feet have to be firmly planted to
But
the
think
ground.
about the alternative.
You're a...
Otherwise, then you're bouncing.
No, think about you're outside waiting to get in the club.
They're
and
not
you're
letting you
just
in, bro.
fucking jumping.
They probably think you're on coke if you're
Exactly.
bouncing.
So you're not getting in the first place.
All right, so you're about taking the never jump again.
Absolutely.
All right. This one's a thinker, boys. Would you rather only be able to eat food that begins with the letter B or with the letter P?
All right, throw me some foods. Throw me some foods.
All right,
Pizza.
mate. Pizza, pasta, pancakes,
All right, give me your B's. That sounds really good.
burgers, butter chicken,
Bulgogi beef.
but yeah,
Beef.
Beef, yeah, true.
yeah, exactly. Bratwurst, I don't know, take your pick.
Craig.
How did you get that?
No, I don't get that, but what the fuck was that?
Sorry, niche
It's a very niche cricket reference.
West Indies cricket.
P. What else is P?
What
Because
else
pizza
is P?
pasta is what?
Pancakes,
Pancakes speaking out to me.
pecan, pie, pide,
Paella.
paella.
Oh man, I don't know.
But are we missing some B's? Let's go back to banana.
Back to banana.
That's fine. I can get rid of bananas. Barbecue sauce. Is
Barbecue
what I'm-
sauce.
Oh shit!
That's throwing me in for a doozy. here.
Biscoff, biscuits,
Bread.
bread. Oh,
Sack that off. I don't need bread.
what?
Yeah, you have a sandwich.
I'm
Bun.
fine.
Bun me.
Banh mi.
Ooh, I had a banh mi. Actually, I had a pretty bad one, but banh mi is pretty good.
But back to the pea panna cotta.
It's fine. No,
That could
that's
go
nice
miss
to have.
maybe.
Pea.
Dude, I don't know. I think
Pretzels.
Pretzels.
no, that's fine. I think
Peanut.
B. I'm happy to get rid of the B foods.
What? I thought you'd go the other way.
I really like pizza,
Pasta. Staples.
pies. Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't like them enough to vote for them when you had Italy versus Japan. So
That's fine. I'm sacking off Italy.
There's no Japanese in the B, so not missing, are we?
Is there any like beef
Nah.
is a big miss. though,
beef
man.
is
what I'm
that's a
saying.
huge
Like,
one.
I'm
That is
losing a
true.
lot.
Actually, that is true.
Mine has already given up beef.
I'm
so-
living life without beef, so
How is the life without beef? Is
it's
it?
fine. It's perfectly fine.
So am I a bit?
What am I missing out on day to day?
Day to day, nothing. But it's the treats in life. You know,
Like what?
Your ribs,
Steaks, yeah, no,
I never
steaks.
appreciated steaks to the extent where I would order it and eat it and enjoy it, but I'm not at the
You're
level
not
where I'm
salivating
like,
at the
fuck,
thought
I
of
need a
it,
steak.
yeah.
Actually, that's quick.
burgers though.
Burgers is a big miss. Quietly though, about steaks, right? Like, Sen, we went. Actually, no, me, you were there as well. So we went to a steak place. That's Stearson's restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be like a really good steak.
Yeah.
That was
I don't
okay.
think I don't think it is. I don't think it is a top tier place, to be completely honest with you. I think it's just in a good
I
location
don't know
and
enough
it's a
about this,
steakhouse.
but I was going to say I don't think we know enough about steaks and making meats and whatnot to like fully enjoy or understand what.
Whenever anyone talks about steaks in Sydney or whatever, I've never heard of Stearson until we went.
that's true.
I don't think that place is meant to
I think
be.
the big ones like Rockpool. Insert
Yeah.
other ones.
Maybe we should go there. But
Hog's breath.
What was that? 18th birthday. Manu's 18th birthday.
Oh,
Hog's
that
Breath
steak
Cafe.
on the day slapped.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
That's
was
true.
good. But like the Stearson's, I thought was supposed to be a good steak.
Yeah.
I liked the steak. but
What were
I
you
was like-
expecting?
No, I don't know, because like we have steaks like $20 steaks, really cheap steaks at like Jeans, right? When we
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
Eastwood.
Just name dropping a lot of places right now.
But those are pretty bad. Like they're a bit chewy, right? So I was like, I was excited to go to a fancy steak restaurant and have a good steak.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. Then, we went to Melbourne and we had that Japanese Wagyu steak.
Oh, but
What's that?
that was amazing. But that was
changed my life.
that was different. Though.
No,
I don't know
how-
if you can compare that to like the steak at
How many
Stearson's.
smacks did that cost you though?
Hey.
'Cause I feel like in Stearson's we didn't get the top
We
tier.
got a $70 cut, maybe like a bit more than that. Was it 100?
I can't remember. I honestly
I got a beef Wellington that day.
Yeah, you didn't get the steak, but it was pricey, right?
that looked good, but
It was good. I watched Gordon Ramsay how to make a beef Wellington the other night, and
Oh, that
I
was-
wanted to get one on the day.
that was
You're
a
gonna
bit,
make-
fair enough.
Right, yeah. But anyways, like that steak that I had that beef in the Japanese restaurant, and even at Fire Door,
Yeah.
another name drop.
Beautiful.
You had that steak there as well.
It was good, but
That was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I like steak, but I only like
the
really
top upper
top-tier
echelon.
steak.
Yeah. Which there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but so back to the question: are you willing to give
Oh,
that
yeah.
once in a blue moon treat?
Well, yeah,
over
surely.
a pizza, pasta,
Yeah.
pancake.
Okay, in the last year, how many steaks have you had?
More than the year before. I'll say that.
Thanks, mate.
Every year I will be having more steaks, I think. Another
so-
restaurant, Bistecca. I really want to go there. Does anyone want to come with me? Apparently their steak is the best thing in the
Well,
world.
if it starts with B, you're not allowed to go.
No, that's
Even the restaurant, you can't even go, bro.
No, obviously. No, I've never heard of it. What is it?
It's apparently a really good steak. But
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Beef, I think I
Yeah,
can't.
Manu, you want to
get
go?
rid of. So I'm-
They do chicken. I will give up B.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one, Manu.
Pizza, pasta is staples, so I would like to keep them in my life.
Yeah, all right. I'll agree.
Righty, boys. Last one to take us home. Would you rather constantly be too hot or never quite dry?
Two very, very yucky feelings.
Yep. Very uncomfortable, both of them.
Too hot.
You were just complaining about being too hot.
Getting too hot right now. This
Yeah,
podcasting
true.
room
It is
very hot.
All
in
these
here.
studio lights we have, it's heating up. Do I like that feeling? Not particularly.
But I hate that feeling of when you're a
damp.
bit damp,
Out of the shower type vibe.
Yeah,
You're not quite dry yet, but you're not soaking wet.
I love that feeling.
What?
Yeah, like I don't even towel off properly.
Yeah.
Why do I have a picture on my head whenever we go on like a road trip with
Yeah,
Ron or something?
I
His
always-
shirts are always wet when he comes out of the shower.
Hair's still wet.
Because sometimes I just don't bring a towel, right? And so
No, but we have a towel in these locations.
no, I'll use the towel, but like I don't bother fully drying off, man. I like the feeling of being a bit wet. It's
I hate
cool
it.
on the
No,
touch.
I hate it. It's
This guy
so
is something.
It's a great sensation.
It's a yucky feeling.
I don't like for example, if my back is a bit wet. Oh no, I don't like that.
Just don't like
It takes 10
moisture.
seconds to
No.
dry. It doesn't take that long.
Sitting down or something, yuck, man.
But that's surely better than too hot. Like too hot, sweat, sticky.
No, I had this the other day where I sat for too long and I got up and my arse cheeks and everything was just drenched in sweat.
But then again, as Rose said, wouldn't that happen because you're too hot and you're sweaty?
That's not.
But I'm
dry.
also not dry as well.
I mean,
So
yeah,
one leads to the other,
there's
really.
a bit of overlap.
There is.
But that's too hot. That's not.
I'd rather be too hot.
What?
Just get the aircon on, brother, or a fan.
I love that feeling though.
That's a great
You know,
feeling.
it's a 35-degree day. You get in the
just-
car, you crank it up. The lowest setting you have is crank it on your face.
Put on the highest push power and you put on the lowest temperature, mate.
I love
that's
the
living.
contrast of temperatures.
Yeah, you were complaining it was too cold in my car the other day, man. It was beautiful in there.
No, that was freezing. It was on like 19 degrees.
In winter, in his extremes. In winter, his car is steaming, bro. It's absolutely. I can't fucking breathe. It's
I'm
like
a man
town
of
hall.
extremes.
I like that as well, though.
In summer, I have it on 16.
Yeah.
In winter, I have it on 30.
Yeah, 30s.
I always like having it on the opposite.
Nah, yeah. This you guys can argue this all day.
You feel too hot, you jump in a pool. That's a fantastic feeling.
Yeah, but you dry off. Imagine the feeling of getting. I don't know. There's no real equivalent to the second one.
No.
But you like the feeling of what it feels like after.
You like
during.
the feeling of. Yeah. That is true. That's two different things.
That is true. The apples to oranges.
But I'm still taking.
I'll go too hot.
Yeah, I'm taking too hot as well.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
You don't like the feeling of being.
I'd rather this feeling right now, what I'm feeling, than being damp.
Wow.
Your clothes are a bit damp all the time.
Yeah.
That is a yuck feeling,
Do you
man.
remember, I think you remember when I drink water and I like to pour it all down.
Yeah,
my
you're a
shirt?
sicko.
I don't mind the
I wanted
way.
to paint your character. You're a sicko.
That's not that bad. Can someone reach out and let me know if you do the same thing, right? When you drink water on a hot summer's day, you don't let the water go into your mouth completely. You let it dribble down the chin, getting your shirt wet a little bit. So,
Not a little bit.
and you feel cool afterwards. I don't know. It's a nice feeling.
It's not essential as you just described. It's a lot more
Yeah.
chaotic.